So I'll straightforward get to this. And so University of South Wales is a relatively a very new university, and it is formed with the merger of University of Glamorgan and University of Wales. Though it is young and new university, it is one of the largest universities in the UK in terms of student enrollment. What makes this university special is its connection with the industries and major employers, with major focus on students to improve their personal and professional skills. And that's why this university has become one of the major destinations for international students. Here are the 10 reasons why a student should study at University of South Wales. Number one, it's a large university. So USW is one of the largest universities in the UK. It has about 25,000 students across all campuses. And what that means is that university is immersed in different cultures and different nationalities. University does encourage students to mix and socialize with European and other international students, which kind of enhances their time at the university also. Placements, so we've got placements and accreditations over 600 programs, and many of our programs has accreditations such as accounting and finance, that is ACCA accreditation, if as all of you must have heard about it. This means that the university has been recognized by ACCA as a top quality program that matches ACCA's criteria, and undergraduate students pursuing accounting and finance not only get degree but also exemption to ACCA 9 papers, as like it is covered in the within the 3-year curriculum basically. And then there are other accreditations like EMACI for engineering course. So most of you can check the course page for where the accreditations will be highlighted also. Number three, career focus. So university has a business clinic, and many of the students will have an opportunity to work with the businesses who come to the business clinic. So they alongside work with the with them on the projects, and that may be problem solving, and these are most likely the role based opportunities to help university students to grow their network, and which can further increase their chances in employment at the end of their studies also. General scholarships, it is available to all our self-funding international students. I will talk about it in one of the other slides. Value for money, so the tuition fees is not too much high and it's affordable. So our scholarship kind of like makes it even more affordable for all the incoming students. So university also does help them find placements and internships to help them bring more value to their degree, right? University not only wants like students to be immersed in studies, so it also gives like a holistic global experience. And one of the biggest things at the university is sports. So it has like a huge rugby nation, and students really enjoy that. And a lot of them work at a Millennium Stadium and like a Cardiff City Centre Bay, and but it kind of bring the whole city together, where this is where I talk about like a global community. So I'll show you the next couple of slides the university's location, where you can see that it's a small town, but it's got like a lot of charm. So there are around the year the event that happens, so it kind of brings the universities, not only that, but the residents staying in the local community comes in together. Overall, it's got an excellent transport links, and the connectivity is very, very easier within these cities in Wales, right? So this is our first campus, which is a Cardiff campus. It's actually like a fairly new, of course, and this is at where all the creative programs are taught. And Cardiff has been the most affordable city in the UK for students, and this is the main building. Um, so behind this building is actually the Queen Street station, which is like one stop away from the Cardiff Central Station. And again, great transport links to get around for students. And these are the subject areas that you can learn at the Cardiff campus. Um, Also, the good part about this faculty is that the students working with each other in different disciplines, it's going to be more real time. And let's say at the start of each term, fashion students will participate in fashion show, but depending on the fashion show, student will meet people who can film it, and then you need music to go with it, right? So So the music students are helping with that, so everybody is kind of like working together just like more real time. And this faculty has most amazing links with the industry and what it represents, especially for media and film students. It is not only about just being in London, but also the Cardiff is huge place for media. And you just have like a, you got like a lot of shows being filmed here and a lot of students are involved here. We're kind of exposing more students to like industry and get them opportunity to get ideal jobs. So this is where again I talk, the networking comes into picture, right? So what will you find in Cardiff? So there's a great nightlife, a lot of live music. Cardiff University, the student union is amazing for the live music. So if you got like a US card, you can actually go to any student union in UK. And especially in Cardiff, there are like 3 universities. One is Cardiff Metropolitan, then there is USW. So it is more like a student-centric city, and but also it's got residents. So it is also very multicultural and very, very safe. There are a lot of green spaces. They do hike and a beautiful garden. So it is only 2 hours from London. And the advantage is that the students can actually get to London over weekend and explore the city and be back. So this is one of our largest campuses and actually the main campus. It's called the Pontypridd campus, which is divided into Treforest, which is huge. And then there is Clintoff campus, right? So Treforest campus actually has all the basic amenities that student would want. It's got sports center, student union, gym, Zumba, badminton. I mean, you name it. USW's got like all lot of different activities happening there. The student halls of residence is about 10 minutes to, there are restaurants, cafes, and other required amenities nearby. Basically, everything is just at the walkable distance. This is all the residential area. This is the university buildings, just surrounded by mountains. There's actually an aerospace center on the campus as well. So there are 2 airplanes for the aircraft maintenance and aeronautical students to work on. And also down by the station is like university's chiropractic clinic. So university is also famous for the chiropractic course, as not many universities offer this subject area. Um, it has a clinic on campus as well. So students study about 4-year degree, bachelor's plus, and they graduate with master. So that's 3+1, and they're treating more real world patients and are getting paid for it. So therefore, the students must give a certain number of patients treatment before they graduate as a part of the curriculum. And this is actually one of the most demanding courses at the university. There is library, which is open 24 hours, and there is a Treforest train station close by. Glintoff campus is actually just across the road, and these are the courses that are taught at the university. So the listed courses are actually taught at the Treforest campus, and all the lab-based courses are taught at the Glintoff campus. Nursing is not included here because USW does not accept international students or bachelors of nursing program, right? What will you find in Pontypridd student community? There's a lot of green spaces, as you saw, that university is just surrounded by beautiful gardens, like a mountains, and the beaches are also all nearby, just at the walkable, distance. This is National Lido of Wales, which is actually very, very popular in Wales, and it's only about 20 minutes to Cardiff City by train. This is our 3rd campus. It's called the Newport Campus. This campus is located in the center of the city, and students have everything at the doorstep. And this particular campus is most famous for BA Hospitality and Management course. USW is the only university to have collaboration with 5-star hotel, Celtic Manor Resort. So right from year 1, students will be on placements as well as coming back to the university to do the theory. So they like start from the bottom, and then in 3 years their responsibilities will increase within the domain, and at the end of the year they'll be immersed in the different areas of running hotel. And so basically they would know which area they want to progress into by the time they graduate. These are the subject areas that are taught at the Newport campus. Our MBA global program is now from September onwards has moved to Newport campus, and it will be taught here. So when you're submitting applications, please enter this campus rather than the Treforest campus if you're actually prompted to do that, right? Um, What will you find in Newport? It's a modern university building, great nightlife. There's a brand new entertainment complex also, which is just opposite this particular campus. A proud industrial heritage, as you see the how much ever the modern the campus is. You can, if you walk the streets of Newport, you will still see the architectural charm of old British era. Less than 20 minutes from Cardiff and less than 2 hours from London. So basically, all cities are interconnected with each other just by the distance of 20 minutes each, and from Cardiff 22 hours to London. So it's very affordable in terms of living expenses. It is affordable in terms of tuition fees as well, and a great scholarship option, which I'll talk about it in the next coming slides. So sports at USW, USW is very well known for sporting courses, and like there are many amazing. So actually, there's an amazing sports park which is literally like 10 minutes away. So students who are living actually at the Pontypridd campus, especially on the Treforest campus, there's a free shuttle bus that goes to and fro from. So USW has invested like a lot of money into the sports park, and university does encourage like students to participate in sports, so they may play against any other universities. Listed here are the few sporting options for the students that they can look at while they are at the university. Welcome support and students union. So ideally, students should be completing their booking form before they arrive at the university. So university is also very well prepared to actually pick them. So there are two popular routes. One is the Cardiff International, the other is London Heathrow. So Cardiff actually there's recently a new route opened with Qatar Airways, so it departs from Cardiff on daily basis. If your student is arriving at Cardiff, you can come let us know. If it is more, this London is actually the popular choice because it has a daily connecting flights to from India to London, and of course, if well booked in advance, they get it in a much cheaper ticket. But of course, this is going to be 2 hours from Cardiff and 2+ hours from if it is Pontypridd or a Newport. So yeah. International Welcome Program. So this program actually starts a week before the enrollment, and it is a great program that gets everybody together who are feeling nervous. They are all in the same boat. So basically, students who are very shy, and universities just put together all these activities together, just like going for dinner, organizing treks, or taking to the nightclubs, or any activities to make them feel comfortable right from the beginning. It's basically just transitioning, universities helping students to transition, so that they can settle in the UK. And then most of the activities are actually free. If not, it just costs them like a couple of pounds. Supporting students. These are some of the support services available at the university. Student finance, any help they need with the money. There's a chaplaincy. This is for students for all faiths. So they organize different events at the university. There's a health center. Students are encouraged to register with local doctors should they just need to see anybody. There's a disability and dyslexia services. So if they have any support needs, these people can actually help them and support them. There's a well-being service. So if a student has an anxiety, they get they need any help, there are people who can help them. Student monitoring is very, very important, and it is actually taken care of, because not only in terms of attendance, but also in terms of students' behavior also. Supporting studies, we got 24-hour library. As I said, it is available. It's on the Pontypridd campus. There's a student development and study skills. So if your first student is looking at specifically at a short-term certificate programs that can add on to the resume, or if they want to go see them and see what are the certifications program available related to the courses. So this is the department the students should be going at. Like I was talking about, there are advice zones. So this is a career support office at the university, which is very, very nice and very friendly. There are people with a great amount of experience. Again, apart from just networking, not only professionally and personally, just meet the career support office and understand the needs, because they help you not only in enhancing the CVs, but also with the mock interviews website where local employers are advertise jobs. So it does not guarantee job, but every possible way, the university is definitely going to help till you find the job. And our employment rate currently stands 94%. So that's within the 6 months of the graduation. So yeah. So you can imagine like our support services is really good. Part-time work, as you all know, that on a student visa you can work up to 20 hours 20 hours in UK. And if you're looking at little bit more flexibility in working during the Easter and Christmas, you can do that, but just make sure you keep the university posted on that. On and off campus accommodations. So we've got, so on campus accommodations, there are large rooms with 10 and a half, 12 and 15 square meters, no matter what campus student is studying in. All rooms have like a ensuite bathrooms. So typically have like 5, 6 people in one flat, and they will share kitchen and living area. So they've got like communal fridge, TV, tables, and basically each will have its own bedroom and bathroom, and all rooms have like a mini fridge and bedroom as well. And students will be looking to pay a minimum of £100 a week for one of the smaller rooms, and if they're looking at the larger rooms, then it's about £120 a week. And on campus accommodations also, students get like a free internet access across the university campus, and if they take accommodation by certain date, then they get like free gym membership or £200 of for a year worth of catering vouchers as well. So off-campus accommodation is very cheaper. They've got typically like 4 or 5 students staying together. It may cost about like 50, 60 pounds a week. So universities actually collaborated with a third party company called Unite. So if you actually go to the website, you will see that there's actually a form where you can go and fill all the required preferences that you have for the campuses, for the accommodation. And then what happens is it gives you options within that range. And with all the 3 cities, whether it's Cardiff, Newport, or Pontypridd, it's all just at the walkable distance and very, very affordable. So you can pick your own accommodation before you arrive at the university also, right? Right, tuition fees and scholarship for international students. So our undergraduate post programs will cost about between 13,000 change. Our postgraduate programs will cost between 14,000 to 15,000 pounds. We offer a guaranteed £2,500 scholarship. So this is guaranteed for all the incoming international students, as long as you meet the requirements, and we are happy to offer you this much scholarship. And so this will actually become the fees payable. So looks very affordable, right? Apart from that, we also have Chancellor's International Development Scholarship, which is given to the countries highlighted in blue, but it's exactly the same as £2,500. You actually can't apply for both. You have to pick any one of them. So when you're getting the guaranteed scholarship, it's still making the fees payable much, much affordable. So it's good to go. Payment of fees. So before I talk about this, we'll have to understand the process. When you apply to the university, you make sure you send in your documents, send in the complete documents to the university. You get your conditionals offer letter, which means you're still yet to meet the conditions. If you get the unconditional offer letter, which means you've been offered a seat at the university. Once you get the unconditional offer letter, that means that your next step is to go through the Kira credibility interview with the university. And every student so basically it is mandatory for all the global students. So your students cannot skip this interview. Once you clear the Kira credibility interview, only then you'll be able to pay the 50% deposit and go ahead with the other payment of fees also. So that's the process. Application, then Kira credibility offer letter arrival, Kira credibility clearance, and then the deposit payment. Right, so payment of fees, students must pay like a minimum of 50% in order to get the CAS. Then they will have 2 options. So they can pay the remaining balance of the fees in full at the time of enrollment. If they do that, they will get an extra £300 discount. The other option is to set up a balance payment installments over 7 months, which also can be done, right? So this is payment of fees. Admission requirements. These are the undergraduate requirements. These are the postgraduate requirements. Please know that there is quite flexibility to certain requirements that we have, especially for the students applying through us, especially at Apply Board. What you'll have to do is that you will have to make sure that when you are assessing any cases, please let me know, or you can get in touch with me or your respective international recruitment manager or your counselors, and we'll help you evaluate the profile and let you know if whether you're eligible for the particular course or not. So this will definitely remain the particular requirements, but 2% lesser flexibility will be given for most of the programs except MBA, and a third class degree can be accepted for MSc Management and MSc International, MSc Engineering Management. So the documents to submit: application, documents providing proving English ability, a good statement of purpose, letter of recommendation, portfolio, passport, and of course there is no application fee. However, if you talk about the English ability test, we do give waivers to CBSE and CISE board with 1265% and above. And then, of course, we give a state waivers to certain states also. So Maharashtra State Board also definitely gets the waiver. Definitely. Bangalore, Karnataka also is given the waiver. And apart from that, we accept IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, Duolingo, and Cambridge Assessment Advanced. So that is what we accept. Pretty much that's about the University of South Wales. And I'll leave the tab for questions if anybody has. I'll stop my screen sharing. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the presentation, for helping us to know about University of South Wales. I'm sure basically there would be many questions that student would like to know, Riddhi.
Yeah.
Let me just check basically in the chat box. First, basically, does the university requires GMAT for an MBA?
No, it doesn't. We don't require GMAT.
Okay, so that was one of the questions. Now, what is important is basically the programs that are that you have shown. Are they available for Jan intake as well as for the October intake both?
So September definitely is going to be a larger intake compared to February. I can share a link with you for the Feb intake where the courses are available. So you can share it with the students. There are going to be a couple of programs that are only going to be open. However, the good part is most of the UK universities actually do not offer the bachelor's program, but University of South Wales does offer a couple of bachelor programs. For example, BSc, we've got BA Honours Business and Management, BA Honours Human Resource Management, there's BA Honours Marketing Management, and then especially all BSc Honours Logistics Supply and Chain Management. And we've got BSc Honours Football Coaching and Development Administration. In Faculty of Computing Engineering and Science, we have Aircraft Engineering and Maintenance Systems. So these are a couple of our bachelor programs that are open in Jan intake. And however, there are fewer, most of others are going to be the master's program that is open. I'll leave a link in the description box for all of you also.
There's one question basically for bachelor's in hospitality management. Is it available for the Jan intake?
Hospitality management, particularly, no, we don't have it.
Okay. So is the program not available as such, or you have the program but it is not available for Jan intake?
For Jan intake, we don't have it.
Yeah. Now, also basically the IELTS waiver is applicable for basically students who have, for Maharashtra, who have taken the HSC, for CBSE. Is it also available for IB and the IGCSE curriculum students?
Yeah, so for certain boards, we accept certain grades, but when you only talk about the waivers, if a student comes from 12 standard, 65% and above from a central and certain state boards like CBSE, there's CISE, Karnataka board, Maharashtra, and even West Bengal is also given waiver. And apart from that, at the undergraduate or a graduate level, so there is a difference of 2-3 years. So we accept 12 standard state board, for example, Kerala, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, and remaining state boards also, but they would need like 70% and above in 12th English. However, if they've graduated, if they're applying for bachelor's, then they must be graduating within the last 2 years. And if they're applying for the postgraduate, then they should have graduated within the last 3 years. That's how it works. And for the test that we accept, so TOEFL, overall, we will need 72, reading 18, and listening and writing will be 17, and speaking will be 20. IELTS, we accept overall 6 with no band less than 5.5. Some course may require higher than this. So specifically look at the course curricula pages. A Cambridge English assessment, we would require 169 with 162 in each component, and PT academic will be overall 64 with 59 in each component. Yes.
Okay. After the student submits all the application and documents, how much time it takes for the admission processing?
So our turnaround time right now is 2 weeks, but if a student is applying right now at the moment, we will have ask the student to be a little patient because we're still closing the September intake. So the offer letters will start releasing from the October onwards.
Okay. For the CAS letter, I believe there will be a CAS interview. The one factor that is basically there is a lot of students are getting refused for CADA. So if these students apply to UK, to your university, will that have an effect on the CAS as such interview?
So we don't have the CAS interview, but we do have a pre-interview CAS interview, which is called the Kira credibility interview, and it's actually mandatory for all the students globally. We do have the questionnaires given on the website, and we just want students to be well versed before they come to the campus. It's taken actually by the third party company. So every answer is going to be 1 minute. So if they even need a support for the mock interviews, we have our students from the USW Society on Instagram. Just send in and drop in and text, and they will help students also with the mock interviews before they appear for the final. Only once they clear the Kira credibility interview, then the students should be looking ahead only after the results are announced. So they should be looking forward to paying the deposit, which is going to be 50% of the tuition fees, which is 11,000 or 12,000 depending on what program they're applying for. And along with that, they will get a link to fill in the pre-CAS sheet. So they will have to upload this payment receipt along with the other documents, and then the process of CAS continues.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for all that information and for helping students to understand more about the university. I'm sure basically there will be few application packets that will come from our end to you. And
Sure.
there are a lot of good things about your university in terms of cost, in terms of the support that you give to the students, the campus, the networking that you talk about. So I'm sure basically the students are going to has written all the notes, and they will basically look after basically sending the applications to you. Thank you very much again, and I wish you a very happy weekend.
Thank you so much, Richard. And thank you, everyone. I'm always happy to support and help. Feel free to get in touch with me anytime you have questions and case studies. I look forward to supporting you in every step of till the student is at the University of South Wales.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.